Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crumbl Unboxed. You guys, we're excited to be here with you. Can you believe 2023 is over? Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2024. How we feeling?
Wild. It's literally the last 6 months so fast.
Yeah.
They flew by. I can't believe we're in 2024. I'm still stuck in 2021, 2022.
Okay, that's a long ways back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Time travel.
I really do feel like people try and recall a memory, and I will be like, can you remind me what year that happened in? Like, ever since the pandemic, just an absolute blip of time. Yeah. I can't believe it.
Time has been weird since then, I will agree. Like, really off.
But it was a good year. 2023 was a great year.
Grand. What were your guys' highlights from the year?
Mine was probably getting married.
Oh, congratulations.
And I'm not
That's
just
so
saying that, but it was a good highlight.
You're like, I was not paid to say this.
I was watching.
This is not sponsored.
Mine was probably the birth of my niece.
Oh, so
I'm not just saying
fun.
that because I'm the favorite aunt, although I am. But yeah, her coming into this world was just so magic.
Oh my gosh, I love
precious.
that. I love that. I think my highlight from the year, I got closer with a lot of my family members this year. Not that I was like not close before, but just like better relationships. And I appreciate that. So
That's
so
refreshing.
good. Yeah.
That's nice.
What about your New Year's resolutions from 2023?
Oh, okay. So you guys
like really good.
Dive right in. Here we go.
Unpack. So I recall, and I don't think I like was super excited about this resolution. I think I just picked something.
So that's a great start.
Yeah.
Very good start.
Not being super excited about it.
Like very unintentional about my resolutions because I just like to set goals throughout the year. So I hate the whole like new year, new me type thing. Anyway, so my goal was to learn 50 new recipes.
Okay.
And I think I learned like 10. So I mean, not great. But there are 10 things I can add to my future cookbook out there.
Okay, but
that's 10 more than you had last
Yeah.
10 is more than
It's
zero.
pretty-
Yeah.
I can make a really good mac and cheese, you guys. So.
Was mac and cheese the one that stood out? Or
Yeah,
was there one of
actually,
those 10?
It's the one that now I am being asked to bring to every single party. And I was not expecting that because
Yeah.
it's just mac and cheese. But people are loving it.
So you're telling me it's not mac and cheese from a box? It's
No,
like homemade
it's
mac
like
and cheese?
homemade mac and
Okay,
cheese.
because I'm going to say one of my best recipes is mac and cheese from a box.
Love.
Did you just learn that this year?
No. It's something I took with me to college.
Survival skills.
My 2023 goal, I won't even call it a resolution, but my goal was just to try new things. And I didn't set a quota. This was the first year that I stepped back from the traditional resolution setting and 4 weeks of a goal that didn't usually go anywhere. So it was just try new things. And we kicked it off this time last year with me going skiing for the first time.
Oh. Did
And
you get
when
hurt?
I tell you that I've never been more grumpy in my life than that day, I was so grumpy.
Skiing and Ben. Don't
Not
mix.
together. They don't mix. But it was very fulfilling. It bonded my relationship. And by the end, I was really enjoying it. But going down the bunny hill, first time, I fell off the lift. And then I fell into the powder. And when you're not used to the ski boots and the skis themselves, and you're trying to climb out of powder, it was just a disaster.
Can we go back to talking about how you fell off the lift?
It only happened twice.
Is there a video?
Like,
No.
how high was this lift?
Like literally just when it gets to the part when you're getting off, I just rolled off of it.
Oh.
Like you try to land and just glide off. No, no grace going on there. Yeah.
Some somersaults.
Tragic.
But I tried lots of new things in 2023. That's probably the one that stands out the most because it was the grumpiest. But looking back, I'm like, okay, that was a fun little goal.
Yeah.
Love that.
I didn't really track it, so it's probably not an actual goal.
And probably something you're not going to do again.
We'll see. How did your 2023 go?
That was like a really intense breath.
It's because it's acceptance that every year I think I'm going to just make it past January, being consistent in my goals. And then I'm lucky if I make it past the first week of January. You know, I always set myself up for really ambitious goals with really high numbers. And every day it's like, well, if I do like 3 instead of 5, that's going to be a big win. And so it was more of a celebrate small successes throughout the year.
Which is
Love-
great.
love.
Which is
I
great,
love that.
Which is great. I will tell you that one of my favorite New Year's resolutions is getting to February. When the gyms are not as crowded.
Yes.
When
Oh.
I feel like I can get my machine back that is unassigned mine, then...
But everybody knows,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know.
understand that.
Okay.
This is a new concept to me.
Tell me if you
Do
agree.
you? Do you
Tell
have an
me.
unassigned machine at wherever you work out?
Yes.
Thank you.
Like if you're going at the same time consistently and you have a routine,
Mhm.
people around you take note of that. They're aware.
Yes.
And it's like, hey, if I'm going to be on the stair climber master thingy for like 10 minutes every single day, you know. So
Yes.
you better get off.
That is mine.
Oh, so I'm the annoying person that is unaware.
That's correct.
And I'm
You're
just
the one
doing
that's
what I
going to
want.
people's machines.
And you're mad at me.
Yes.
Okay. Fair.
Unassigned parking spots in the parking lot. I
Oh,
have
that
one.
too.
No,
Unassigned
that's not a
desks
thing.
in school. Like
No.
in college, you always went to the same desk.
No.
Yeah,
I have my unassigned but assigned machine.
that's fair.
So January, it's always taken. But February 1st, it's mine again. I love it.
I always love seeing the amount of people that like fall off by the time February rolls around in
Me.
the gyms. And there's not a problem with it, but I'm just like, this is funny to see like one day it is absolutely crowded, the next day it is just
Empty.
done.
Empty.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Empty.
Love
Yeah.
it. Well,
Interesting.
do you guys have any New Year's resolutions for this year? I mean, I know we kind of just bagged on New Year's resolutions as a whole, but
Yeah.
I'm just a firm believer in like, I'll set goals year round. I don't think it needs to be tied to a year, but I can still set some resolutions.
Yeah.
That was something we were talking about earlier, that like, why can't New Year's resolutions start in spring or summer?
Because waking up in the morning with daylight savings,
Yeah.
you already lack motivation to do your normal routine anyway.
I mean, honestly, it should be a cycle check-in, I think, that you
Yes.
do with yourself. Whether that's
Yes.
monthly or quarterly, I mean, you get to pick. But
Yeah.
try that, people.
I think for me, as I look at, now that we're in 2024, we're jumping into a new year, the word that comes back to my mind is intentional.
It's a good
I
word.
just want to make sure that with my relationships, with my work, with the things that I'm doing, that I'm putting a lot of intention behind it. Whether it is creating a specific goal or going to family dinner.
Yeah.
But just like regularly checking myself and asking myself, why am I here? Is my intention there? And if it's not, what do I need to do to course correct or cancel that plan until I can be intentional about
Yeah.
it? So kind of like maybe it's just the word of the year for me, maybe not a resolution per se.
I love a word of the year.
But-
A theme.
Yeah,
I love
Yeah.
that can guide me through my goals
Love.
through the seasons.
I love that.
So-
Oh, I want to try that.
One of mine that I did this last year that I really loved, if we could go off theme, was gratitude.
Mhm.
My mom is famously known for handwritten notes. She is, she still gets the newspaper. She's old, so cutely old-fashioned. She loves that newspaper. But one thing she did in 2017 was she wrote a handwritten thank you note every week and sent it to someone in her life. And I adopted that goal this last year. And yeah, sure, I missed a couple weeks. And I would want to send a text instead. But it was really cool to do a handwritten thank you note, to actually go to the effort of getting that person's address, getting a stamp. If where do you get stamps
They
nowadays?
still exist.
Yes, they still
They
exist, and you still have to think about, is it enough stamp? Like, do you have enough stamps on your envelope? But that was really cool, was that goal of mine, and mainly because I think I saw the change of myself, of watching me recognize impact and efforts that other people have made in my life, rather than me looking inward and saying, like, what was all the things I did so amazing this year? So that was a really fun one. Challenge you to do it if you haven't. It made you really think about the people that have gotten you to where you are, which was really fun.
That's special.
I love that.
Is that something you're going to do next year? This year? 2024?
I would love to continue it.
Yeah.
Every week is hard. Every week is really hard. Because if you're traveling, if you're on vacation, then you're like, oh. So sometimes you're doing 2 a week or 3 a week. But I have definitely feel like I've set a habit of writing handwritten thank you notes rather than a thank you text or a thank you email or a thank you phone call, being really intentional about handwritten thank you notes. So I think I will continue it.
That's cool.
Maybe just not every week.
Yeah.
One,
I
need
think
more
that's fair.
stamps for that.
I think that's fair.
Keeping the post office in business.
Oh, 1,000% me. Absolutely me.
I love it. I think this year, if I'm going to pick a theme, I want to choose authenticity. And I feel like, in a way, it's like cliche a little bit, where it's like, I want to be more authentic, true to myself. But I feel like there are just so many things, so many goals I've set in the past that I just have not, put the time into. I'm not being true to like the things that I actually want to do, the things that I care about. So I need to do better at that. That's what I'm going to focus on this year, being more authentic, true to myself, achieving the things I want to do. So we'll see how it goes. Who knows?
I love that.
Yeah, I do
Because
too.
I think when I look back on my life and I look at the moments where I've been inauthentic, those are the most stressful,
Yes.
the least enjoyable.
Yeah.
And I'm so worried about how I'm acting or, whatever it might be, that I'm not getting out of the situation what I could be.
Mm-hmm.
But the moments where I've been truly authentic have been some of the best moments.
Right.
So
100%.
for that to be the guiding theme for the year, I think is incredible.
Thank you.
So I love it.
We're going to try. We're going to try our best.
I love my favorite thing about New Year's resolutions is almost like the caveat of I'm going to try or I'm going to give it my best effort. But I also think there's tremendous value in New Year's resolutions not having to completely change who you are, but stay who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Love
We were
that.
talking about this earlier, the fact that, you know what, I'm still going to be that person, Ben, that honks at people on the roads.
Okay.
I am not going to change. I'm going to stay who I am, but I'm going to better myself in ways that is still true to who you are and authentic. But that was something we were talking about earlier, is the fact that New Year's resolutions always don't have to change you, but can shape you. That's a really good
Yes.
concept.
True.
I love that.
And sometimes when you're on the road, you need to honk.
No.
There's a
You know what?
time and a
And
place.
that-
I'm not excessive
I
about
don't
it.
agree.
But if you do something illegal in front of me, I'm going to give you a little
I don't
bump
agree.
just to let you know.
I
You
don't
need to-
agree.
you know what? Be
Someone's watching.
true, be you, Ben.
do you either of you, because that's not something I will be changing. That is a 2024. I will continue.
As in, like, do
to
we
do
have
that.
road rage, or what's the,
No,
what's the question here?
No, the question is, do you have any New Year's not resolutions?
Oh.
Any things you're not changing? I will not stop honking. I'm not going to be over the top, but what are those things that you're thinking, you know
dear.
what? This is me. If I even set a goal, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to keep doing this or keep
Got
being
you.
this.
Okay. I need to think about that one. That's hard. That's insightful.
It is insightful. It makes you really start to wonder, like, what do you do that's like a part of your personal brand?
Yeah.
For Ben's, it's honking at cars.
I don't know if that's part of my brand.
Ben equals road rage. So.
I don't have road rage.
For me, I know that I'm not going to stop finding ways to be around people I really care about. And then I'm not going to stop listening to my top artist that has blonde hair and runs the world right now.
Correct.
You know, we all know
Yeah.
who she is. I'm not going to stop listening to her.
Yeah.
But
Or talking about her.
Or yeah, that's not going to change. I think my brother-in-law would like it too, but it's not happening.
It's not happening.
But I'm not going to stop just trying to every day make an impact on someone and hopefully be an influence for good, and just continue to find ways to be a force for good.
Wow, I love that. Really deep and
So she
insightful.
does that and I do honking. So what about
Yeah, I
you?
was gonna say I was gonna keep mine more like not
Make me look
deep.
like trash.
Set up.
I think this year I'm not gonna give up things that like just make me happy. That like, for example, chocolate for breakfast. That is a joy in my life.
See?
Maybe not the healthiest, but you know what? It brings me joy.
Now we're
Can we unpack
talking.
that a little bit more?
I
For breakfast.
was raised that way.
Okay.
That was like my mother taught me. So shout out Kelly Joe wherever you are.
My mom also is a candy for breakfast.
Yeah, it's just how like, or like a box of brownies. That was like a staple when we were in grade school. It was like,
For
what's?
breakfast?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
I think that's my resolution. Brownies
That's
for breakfast.
insane.
I love that.
I try to do it less because I think like maybe it's not the healthiest. Like they tell you to get your protein in, and I realize like chocolate versus like maybe eggs or something. Like the protein content, like, those are different. But it makes me happy, so I won't give it up. Maybe I'll like try to do less, but I will never fully give up things like that. That's
Good.
just like
No.
that is a
Good.
joy in my life.
And that's authenticity.
Yes.
There you go.
It
I'm
is.
not gonna give up my beverages.
Oh, what's your bevy of choice?
My bevy of choice is a Diet Coke in a foam cup.
Oh.
Has to be a foam cup. Plastic cup, it gets cold. It gets cold too quick.
Okay.
I'm not going to respond to
I'm
that.
serious.
Do you guys like drinks in a bottle?
No.
I feel like this
versus a fountain or a can?
I'm
what are we
I
comparing this to?
I
Bottle,
don't.
can, or fountain.
Fountain.
How do you prefer your bevy?
Fountain.
Fountain.
Or from the drinking fountain.
Oh, see, and
Water.
I'm team bottle. Like I think
What?
I don't want a fountain drink. I don't know why.
Ooh,
What?
I just have no.
Wait.
two different sides
I don't,
here.
I don't see the logic in that
So,
at all.
I
There's
feel
a
like
specific burn that you get with the fountain.
Burn.
yeah. Let me tell you my
What is
my
burn?
reasoning
Water.
why.
You're not involved in this conversation.
You know, like Sometimes with those machines, I feel like sometimes the drinks kind of all run together at least a little
Yes.
bit. And it's like, oh, hey, I want a Coke Zero, but it's going to be mixed with a little bit of like Powerade
Punch.
Mountain Blast.
Okay.
Like, and I don't love that combination. So I just want only my drink.
I support that, but I think the fountain has the best burn. You know,
It was pretty good.
like carbonation is what I'm talking about.
I do love a good burn in a drink. Like,
Yes, there's a carbonation factor that bottles and cans don't have.
So your drinking preferences are based on burn, and yours are based on individual
Yeah.
separation from
And
other
yours are,
beverages.
where can you get
And mine
the
is
best water?
yeah,
Well,
Authenticity.
correct.
and if you're wondering out there how any of this ties into New Year's resolutions, I'm certain that somebody out there is thinking, I'm going to give up soda. We're telling you, maybe not. Maybe
Yeah.
just rethink where you're getting your soda is
Yeah.
all.
I gave up soda for a time, but now I'm back. You know.
Yeah. And for my water drinkers out there, hydrate or dihydrate. Hydration is the key to success. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's number 10. It's the top thing, or it's number 1. I don't know what scale I'm using. Drink your water.
Drink your water. Okay.
Water over here.
You guys heard it here first. Your number one resolution, drink more water. They say a gallon a day is like, isn't that the crazy challenge people are supposed to do?
Yeah, and I've done it.
But don't carry around a milk gallon
No,
bottle.
No, don't do
You
that.
can get yourself a
I-
nice water bottle.
Yes, a nice water bottle. Yeah, it takes, your body has to adjust. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would
Your
imagine.
body has to adjust, or else it's a pretty miserable day.
I'm certain of
You
that.
just need to always be close to a restroom. But
Your
once you're
options,
Yes,
options,
options.
options.
But I felt really good.
Well, I love that. For anyone who's going to try it, comment below how that goes for you. We want to know. So, guys, should we try this new cookie?
Let's do
I
it.
think we need
Okay.
to.
What have we got here? Here's a cookie for
Thank
you.
you.
Okay. So this is the
Ooh.
skillet cookie, right?
Yum.
Okay. So it looks like we've got a milk chocolate chip cookie going on here with a little bit of cream on there. It looks like ice cream. It's
Yes.
not. Don't be disappointed. It's still going to be delicious. And then we've got a drizzle going on. I don't really know how to attack
I
this.
don't either.
I think you go for it.
Oh,
Do we like?
Show it off.
Do we?
yes. It's
I feel like
beautiful.
we have to take a big bite in order.
See, and I
to
feel like
get
I'm
to
going to
the
maybe...
cream.
Oh,
Oh, she's going
that.
for it that way.
That didn't work as well as I wanted it to.
Oh no! Now I'm gonna have the biggest
I'm
bite
gonna
of
just do
this
this.
in the world.
I'm not ready.
Okay, so
Ready?
you did it the best. 1, 2, 3.
I didn't get any cookie in that, just cream. I got to try again.
Yeah. Oh, my mousse is falling off.
Oh, that's nice.
It's
I think
okay
I'm
for
gonna
me. I'll
eat
be
more.
honest. Whoa.
Whoa.
You know a cookie is good as he takes 2 bites from of it.
This isn't about me. You like it? You hate it?
Sorry, I took way too big of a bite, you guys. Come back to me.
I don't know if I love it.
Because
The base. I get thrown off that that's not ice cream.
okay.
I get visually.
I could
thrown
see
off.
that.
And so I
Yeah.
think I go into it thinking like I have to like reroute my taste buds and my perception of it. I do like the flavor of the mousse. I don't know if I love the flavor of the base, personally.
Wow.
I love our chocolate chip cookie, but this tastes different for some reason.
Ben, how you feeling about it?
I love it. I just want it warmed up.
I think that's fair.
It's a
But then
little-
would the cream melt? That's a thought.
But isn't that how you like this type of?
I guess that's
A
true.
little
That
melty, a
Yeah.
little gooey.
yeah.
a little
That is how I would
chocolatey.
prefer it probably.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I think it might be a little bit better warmed up.
Yeah.
But
I agree
for me,
with
I
that.
visually have to keep reminding myself that's not ice cream.
And then now all you want is ice cream.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct.
I think I might have misspoke you guys. I think this is a semi-sweet chocolate chunk cookie. Because these look like semi-sweet chocolate
Yeah.
chunks, yeah?
Mm.
And that
And
makes
they're-
it better for me,
Yeah, there's a more bitter flavor to the chocolate.
A
which it
burn.
needs in comparison to that cream.
Yeah, that
I-
cream is sweet.
Quite like it. I do agree. If you want to try an experiment out there, warm this up, see how you like it. Let us know in the comments. But I think it's pretty tasty. I think I would give it like a 7. It's good. It's not my most favorite thing I've
No.
ever tried from Crumbl, but it is really good.
I'd give it an 8.
It's a good score.
Whoa.
Maybe my top 10
Whoa.
might
Oh
be
my
up there.
gosh.
Just saying.
every cookie on the menu was in your top 10.
That's not true.
I am going to give it like a 4.
Okay.
I would get it.
Listen,
I would get the
authenticity.
Yeah.
Be true, be you.
Thank you.
We want to
So
hear the
let's
score.
see. I would get it in the 6-pack for sure to try it, but then I would not get it again.
Okay.
I would mark it on my cookie journal that I've tried it, but I'm not turning on the notifications for when it hits the menu again. It's good, but not my favorite.
So you're telling me if you had the option between this cookie and a fruity pie cookie, you would choose the fruity pie cookie?
Yeah.
Okay, this cookie versus a peanut butter cookie?
This cookie. I'm not a peanut butter girly.
Okay, this cookie versus Oreo?
Oreo.
See,
Duh.
Oreo's the best.
Yeah.
This
Stop
cookie
trying to get me to like this
versus...
cookie.
I just... 3 is low. But
Yeah.
you do you.
Look,
And
the
I'll eat
people
my
wanted
cookie.
honesty, and here you are.
Yeah. So, in the theme of looking back on 2023, what was the best cookie you guys think was on the menu this year? It was a good, solid question. Thank you.
It's a beautiful question, and I'm already ready for it. I'm just waiting for
You go ahead.
Banana bread. Banana bread is the most slept-on cookie, underrated. It hits the menu, and I buy a 12-pack and freeze them. It's so good. It's my favorite cookie. I grew up. My mom would make homemade banana bread, and that cookie is just so delicious. I also like the cookie on this week's menu, the blueberry muffin. I'm a
Really
big
good.
blueberry muffin fan.
You guys are going to want to try it.
Yeah, sorry, Mom, if my mom made breakfast for us in the morning, she would make blueberry muffins, and I love that cookie. But banana bread takes the cake for me as the best cookie in 2023.
I love it. Yummy.
Do you have yours?
No, you go first.
Oh, I'm still thinking.
Okay. Just kidding. Actually, I do have a favorite cookie that ran just a few weeks ago. It's the turtle cookie. And I actually, before that, we hadn't run it in such a long time, I couldn't even remember it. And it is just so good. It's this chocolate base. It's rolled in, I want to say walnuts or pecans or something. It's one of those. And then it's got caramel and chocolate on it. And it is just
Chocolate for breakfast.
chocolate for breakfast.
That's
It's really good.
M.O. is
Yes.
chocolate for breakfast.
Mine would probably be the chocolate cookies and cream.
Oh,
So it's like the cookies and cream base with the white chocolate chips, no frosting.
Yeah.
I could eat those in my sleep. They're so
Yeah.
good.
They're really good.
Just
Those are
took me
really
a second to find the file in my head.
Yeah, because every cookie is in your top 10.
Correct. No.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. We have many fans out there who are the same. All of our cookies are really, really great. And let me tell you one thing. If your New Year's resolution is to eat less sugar, please don't count Crumbl cookies in that because these are really great. You're going to want to try them. So last question for you guys before we wrap up here. Words of wisdom for 2024.
Ooh.
I would say my personal motto, which is be kind, be bold, be you.
My gosh, mic drop on that.
Yeah, very deep.
So
That
I
was
just
very deep.
Process that after the episode.
That was really good. I would personally say, similar to Ben, is that if given the choice to be kind or to be right, to choose kindness. There needs to be a lot more kindness in this world to each other, to yourself, and to your loved ones.
Guys, I love that. If I could leave this audience with anything, it's not going to be deep or insightful like you guys. So thank you for bringing that. Don't forget to try the skillet cookie this week. So, thank you guys so much for joining us. Let us know how you're feeling about this cookie. We want to know your New Year's resolutions. Drop it all in the comments, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Crumbl Unboxed.